Welcome to another Christmas themed informational video. Today is going to be one of my favorites because we're talking about food and drinks. We're going to talk about two specific traditional foods that we eat during Christmas as Mexicanos. Yeah, shut that phone off. To talk about is the most traditional that a lot of people know what it is, but a lot of people don't know how hard it actually is to make these things. My mom's side of the family actually has a history with these things, like literally, like they have a business that made it rich. They is good, like they made this a living. So the first traditional drink that we're gonna talk about, tamales. I love tamales. Anyway, so if you guys don't know, all around the world or all around Latin America, there are different types of tamales. We're going to talk about the specific Mexican type of tamales that we eat during Christmas because who knows why, but tamales are really traditional to eat during Christmas. No sé por qué, but it is. So tamales are like a masa, cooked masa with filling inside. It could be chicken, it could be meat, it could be mole, it could be chile, it could be cheese, it could be raisins, it could be any type of flavor of tamal, and it's wrapped in a little corn husk. Now, a lot of people don't know what it takes to make these things because literally they take hours to cook. I'm not even joking. Like my aunt, who still makes them by hand, takes a whole, like 2 whole days to make these things because she makes them legit. She don't buy them. We don't do that shit here. We don't do buying tamales. We ain't basic. But anyway, what it takes to make a tamal. Jesus Christ. Let's start with the beginning. In the old days, before they sold the masa already made, my great grandma used to go and buy the corn, peel the corn, and then go take it to get grained into into dust. After they had it grained, they had to clean it out themselves. So they had to clean all of the masa, all of the powder of the corn that they had. After they did that, they soaked it in water, and it turns into this thick consist, like flour when you put eggs in it. After they did that, they had to literally have this big pot with a bunch of masa in it, and I've seen my tia do this. By the way, Spanish word of the day, tia means aunt. So I've seen my tia do this, and my tia is a badass. She has this big pot, I don't know what it's called. It's like a bowl. It's a bowl, but we call it a charola. She has this big charola, and she has her hand. I'm not even talking about her hand. I'm talking about her whole arm in there. And she's basically grabbing this charola, and she's doing this with it. Turning that masa and making it really thick and fluffy. After they do that, they have to wash all the corn husks. Literally all of them. And my tia actually goes to Mexico and grabs the OG corn husks. Like she brings them back, in a little bag. It's legit. After she makes it, she cleans all of it. She soaks them in water. She washes them. Then she lets them dry. When they are dry, that's when they start actually making tamales. A lot of things that you can put in. My favorite tamales are the red tamales. They put red salsa in there and a piece of chicken or a piece of meat in there, and it's just red salsa, this delicious red salsa. Or mole. Mole is a traditional sauce that we have that's chocolate based, but it's a sauce, so it's chocolate and chili mixed together. My favorite is mole. My favorite is red. And then finally, if I am up for it, maybe I'll eat the cheese ones. Maybe, but it's not really my favorite. I don't like them.
The cheese with the rojas?
Rajas, yeah. Rajas are also a really big thing in Mexican culture. They're shredded chili. It's really.
I had that this morning. It was kind of spicy.
It's supposed to be. It's shredded chili. But anyway, there's a lot of flavors that you can do. And for kids, for younger kids, I don't know why as a young kid I hated these things. I was just a weird kid. But for kids, they make tamal de dulce, which is.
It looks nasty.
Don't. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. Well, they used to give that to little kids because sometimes little kids don't like chili or don't like the meat. So they make tamales de dulce. And those are basically made with raisins. So anyway, they make all of this, whatever tamales they're gonna make, they make all of it. They have to cook the meat, they have to make the mole, they have to make the rajas, they have to like get the cheese, all of that. So after the corn husks are washed, after the masa is made, and after all of the ingredients are made to put inside the tamal, that's when the real fun starts. They get into this little like queue line, all of it. One person prepares the corn husks, passes it on. One person is putting the masa in there. The other one is putting like all of the ingredients in each tamal, and the other one is rolling it. Like, I'm telling you, they're like super women. I wish I could film it. They're like doing it like bam, 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 like one after the other. And I'm not joking. They make over 30 tamales just for Christmas because they know, more than 30 tamales. They have to buy a special pot that's about probably this big or bigger. After they do that, they put them all in a nice row and they stack them up against each other. And then they wrap them with a towel and they steam them. They have to be steamed, not cooked, steamed to get ready. Those are the best kind of tamales. So literally all of my childhood, before Christmas and before we used to hang out at my grandma's house when they would make tamales, all of my childhood was me sitting in agony the whole goddamn day watching this big ass pot, knowing that there's a bunch of tamales in there, just steam. And I'm telling you, it took over 4 hours for them to cook like so well and so delicious. Like, I literally saw my aunt come in, open the pot, and I thought they were ready and be like, Tía, ¿ya están los tamales? Are they ready? And she's like, no, mija, todavía le falta. Like, they still have some time. I saw her do that like 15 times before she finally was like, ya están listos. And I'm like, when are we gonna eat? Why? It literally takes so much effort to make these things. And I'm telling you, the next time you buy a tamal or tamales, just remember all the shit that goes on by making this little pocket of just masa that are super, super delicious. And that's why they're so traditional. So as we get closer to the Christmas season, families come together, they pass around food, and tamales is a really, really big part of it. So if you want to have a really, really good traditional tamal for the Christmas season and you're in the LA area, be sure to stop by Boyle Heights or East LA. Find a stand outside with this big ass pot that's like steaming. I can guarantee you inside you will find tamales. Be sure to try the mole one, that one's really good. Be sure to try the rajas, the rojo, and I mean, if you're a brave soul, try the raisin one. But que te bendiga. Let's move on to the next one. And my last one, which is my favorite thing ever. So this particular food is a traditional just for Christmas, but now that it's passed over because it's become so like famous, is that we have it year-round. There are many types of versions of this next food, but the most traditional is the red caldo. It's called pozole. Pozole is a soup that we make that has either chicken inside of it or pork. Is it pork? Like pozole, it has pork in it, right?
Well, if you go to a restaurant, they're pork, but some households like to do chicken.
So it depends. It's either pork or chicken.
It's better with chicken.
Yeah, it is better with chicken. I don't even eat the meat. This next food is called the pozole, and it's a soup that has either chicken or pork in it, and it has the little, what are they called? Grains? The little like...
Granitos.
Well, they're called granitos, yeah, but they're like little like, they look like puffed up garbanzo beans.
They look like garbanzo.
But they're not garbanzo beans.
Homily! I remember the damn word! Granitos is homily.
Homily. Didn't know that. Inside the soup, we also add homily, which is a little grains that you put. They're like white.
Those are granitos.
Well, we call granitos because I never knew that they were called homily. Usually we buy them by one brand. One brand that's, wow, what is it called? You know that pot that I'm talking about?
Juanitas?
Juanitas, I think it's called. Yeah, they're like, I think it's called like Juanitas, but they come in a little can that we buy. Basically, the soup goes like this. Put in boiling water, and you let the chicken boil, right? You make you use like the big like chiles. I don't remember what it's called, but they're like really like chiles anchos, I think. But you make a sauce, a red sauce. like I said, there's a lot of versions of this pozole, because in the region that that my parents come from, this is usually just like red pozole. But if you go to Guadalajara, a traditional pozole is white pozole or green pozole. There's a bunch of colors. But the one I'm talking about, and the one that's most traditional during Christmas, is the red pozole. So they make a red sauce, and then they boil chicken or they boil the pork, and they use like the broth. They use the broth and they mix it in with the red sauce so it turns red. After that, they put in the little granitos, and they put like the little basil leaf in it. It's like the basil leaf, right? Mm-hmm. For a little seasoning. So if you see a green leaf in your soup, just take it out. You don't eat it. That's just there for seasoning. And after it boils, it's like making chicken soup, but like amped up, really. Because a lot of people either like their pozole spicy or like their pozole regular, like just regular with like lemon and whatever. So after the pozole is ready, they put it in a pot, and then they have things that they add onto it. I don't add everything, but you can add lettuce, you can add onion, you can add, what is it called? Little green leaves.
For what?
For pozole. Cilantro, yeah. So you could either put like shredded up cabbage, you can put, and how do you say rábano?
What?
The little red things that, you know. The fruit, they're called rábano.
Oh, radishes?
Radishes, there we go. See, I'm telling you, man, that's why I have her, because I don't even fucking, like, radishes, I don't even know that.
What I didn't know was homily, and I was like, this is a stupid name.
Granitos! You can even put radish in it, too. My mom loves radish.
My mom loves that, too.
I hate radish.
She puts serranos.
Huh?
She puts serrano in her.
Serrano
Chili?
Oh, yeah, the little, like, okay, yeah. You could put anything, and a lot of people love to spice up their pozole. So they put a lot of like homemade salsa in it too. Or here, you know, because this is Mexican American land, we put tapatio. My brother loves putting tapatio in his soup. Loves spicing up shit. So that's basically what you have. I only like to put shredded up onion and cilantro, and then I like to put lemon. Now, for us, let me get into this, because a lot of people are going to be really confused. You know what? We ain't fancy, all right? We are not fancy people. So when I say lemon, I'm talking about the green one. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, this lime. Not for us, because both the yellow one and the green one in Spanish is called limon. I put lemon on my soup. I put lemon on my pozole. I put lemon on my tacos. I'm talking about the green one. And the best thing to eat it with, your pozole, tostadas. Tostadas are the go-to, wait, how do you say that? In English? Tostadas. They're like hard tortillas. They're whole tortilla chips. Like the tortilla chips that you're probably thinking. That is the second and last traditional food that we're going to be talking about today. There are many other traditional foods that we're going to talk about as we get closer to January, because, like I said, Christmas is not the only thing that gets celebrated in Mexico close to this time of year. This has been my crash tutorial on the 2 famous drinks and the 2 traditional foods that we eat during Christmas. I'm going to be loving this Christmas. And hopefully I can get you a blog of how you make these things, and have my mother, the queen of the kitchen today, explain how she makes them, and I'm probably gonna help. But anyway, just remember that here in the United States, we celebrate it a little bit different than it does in Mexico, because in Mexico, Christmas is a very special day, but it's also not all the days that they celebrate. Here, we have Christmas trees and like presents under our trees, and we open it on the 21st. We eat our pozole on Christmas Eve. We eat our champurrado on Christmas. We drink our champurrado on Christmas Eve, and we spend time with the family. In Mexico, it's a little bit different, because they don't have Christmas trees and they don't have presents, but they still get together on Christmas as a family and eat all of this delicious food, break some piñatas. But it's a really different tradition, and I just want everyone to know that whether you're celebrating it here or whether you're celebrating it over there in Mexico, have a goddamn wonderful Christmas. Even though I'm a Grinch and it's not my favorite like holiday of the year, I don't really care. But it's also time for family. That's a big thing that you guys can never forget about Mexican culture and Latino culture in general. We're a very family-based culture, and we love spending time with our family, and a lot of our traditions center around being together as a family. So remember to hold your family tight. call them if you're far away. Send them a present. Send them a I love you. That's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Guess what we have today to sign off? We have jarritos. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Have happy holidays for those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, and Merry Christmas for those of you who do celebrate Christmas. But I will see you guys later. Be sure to comment down below if you want me to talk about any other like Christmas tradition. But anyway, comment down below. You see that like button? Click it, please, because that makes me happy. You see that red button? Subscribe to my channel. That makes me even more happy. And I will see you guys next time. To the jarritos Mexicana Americana. Out, salud. Wait, was this microphone on?
You got too excited. Yeah, it's on.
Yay! Okay, here you go. That's yours.
Oh, now it's on.
Shut up! Okay, this light is blinding me.